This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
And welcome back. The temperatures are finally feeling like spring is near, and that means spring cleaning may be on your to-do list, whether around the house or in your yard. And Lancaster Lumber has everything you're looking for to make sure your spring cleaning project is a clean sweep. This morning we have Nick Oliver here this morning to tell us more about the products that you may need to consider. How are you doing today?
Fantastic, except it's too early.
Yes, you always request to come in at 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I tell you that's not possible.
I'm going to guess every other guest does too.
So, but the good news is you'll get to have coffee and donuts afterwards.
Oh, that's true.
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about some of the products, which I know that every household needs is a hose. So you brought different types. Now, when we go, you think, okay, a hose, it's generic. We just need one, doesn't matter. But you actually have different levels of hoses, so talk about those. Yeah,
there's a pretty big discrepancy from this, which is your basic $10 cheap hose. Got plastic ends, which blow off a lot. I mean, it's not... Kink's real easy, not very abrasion resistant. You drag it across the ground, it may hit the first rock and blow out, and then you're Sunday afternoon trying to water your wife's flowers, and she throws a frying pan or something at you because they died Monday morning. Not good.
So then you have some more heavy duty. So explain these. What are the difference?
Up in price, you're going to get different features though, and if you're going to get anything you go up more expensive, you're going to have a brass end typically, which will be a lot more durable, less prone to leaking the next time you use it. And then as you go up, this is a contractor hose, which I consider it, which is going to be about as heavy as your other hose, a little similar in price, but they're going to be more abrasion resistant, less kink resistant, made to be drug around a job site more, going to handle being drug everywhere through rock, and it's not going to kink nearly as easy as the cheap one.
See that.
Kink a little easier than that one, but it's made and it's round, going to be easier to drag.
So do you recommend this more for those contractors out there, or for even people out there that do a lot of yard work?
I mean, really just people that are unwinding it, moving it around a lot.
Okay.
If you're dragging it like I am all the way to the end of it and kinking it, it's probably not the best for you because it's still going to be a little bit prone to kinkage whenever you just crank it clear to the max.
Okay. And then what do you have right here? Which one is this one? This is just a little longer one?
Well, that one's long, but it's a heavier duty hose.
Okay.
They call that the Pressure Master, and those things are rated about 600 PSI. Got real big heavy ends on them.
Yeah. And you recommend going with the brass, right?
Yeah, they're going to be a whole lot better than...
Now, is this something that you could buy to attach to it if you do buy a cheaper hose, or do they automatically come on with the hoses?
Well, you could cut them and put them on there, and they're only about $3, but they're pretty prone to leaking when you've replaced them. I mean,
gotcha.
I've cut some hoses and spliced them because they were broken, but not intentionally.
Okay. Well, we all know that Samantha is into do-it-yourself projects, and she's doing a lot of sanding and painting. Would you recommend something like this for her? What is this?
This is something I found at the hardware show a couple weeks ago. It was neat because you can put anything in that jar to spray out. Lacquer, stain, any color paint. So if you're trying to find spray paint to match something, take any paint you got around the house in a custom color, or if you make one little nick on the wall, you can take that and then you just...
Look at that.
That's lacquer. She'll need some mineral spirits to get that off.
Okay.
Water in there, I mean, that just gives you direction to dilute, and one of those little sprayers will do about 60 square feet of touch-ups.
Really?
I thought they'd be fairly expensive, but the whole kit retails for less than $6.
Really? And you said you could put paint, and as you can see, it shows everything from doing outdoor activities to even indoor touch-ups as well for your boat or anything like that. So this is definitely even your car, look at that. So this is definitely something you want to invest in if you're doing any sort of painting or touch-ups. Now, finally...
wouldn't recommend dinging Dad's classic GTO and touching it up with that. That might not be good. But.
Sounds good. And then what do we have here? Tear-Aid. So it's kind of like a Band-Aid, but...
Tear-Aid. Well, yeah, which for vinyl fabric, if you got something just got a little nick or something on it, it'll keep it from being completely shot and reused.
So what would you use this on? Like your tents and stuff, your boats, anything?
On just about anything made of fabric or vinyl. They got separate ones for fabric or vinyl, if I can get this off.
And how does this, okay, so you have it right now. So it's just a piece of plastic looking?
Yep, and there's a bigger size patch in there, smaller ones, and I mean, it's really...
Oh, wow, that's really sturdy.
It's sticky and can't hardly pull apart. So if you got that old recliner that your wife's just yelling at you wanting gone, and you start to see the first tear, I'd fix that, and she probably won't see it because it's pretty clear once it goes on there.
Okay, and there's no glue or anything involved, no liquid, you just literally stick it on there, so no mess to clean up.
Yep.
And it's waterproof, obviously?
Yep, and it comes with, there's quite a bit in there, and I think the whole package retails for like $5. It's not expensive. It's not going to replace putting all new upholstery in your car, but if you got one little spot that needs fixed, or a boat seat or four-wheeler seat, be a great cheap repair.
Perfect. And how much do the hoses go for?
Oh, your cheap hoses are going to start around $10, roughly for 50-footer. Your contractor grade hoses are going to be upper teens to mid-20s, depending on what you're buying. And then your high-end hoses are going to be mid-20s to mid-30s, depending on which hose you get.
All right, perfect. Well, what we'll do is we'll post everything on our website at heartlandconnection.com, and we know that you have a lot more hardware and other products in your facility, so we'll post your information as well. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me so early.
No problem. I'll make sure to have donuts and coffee for you ready next time you come in.
I feel like a cop.
All right, and we'll be right back.